Bitcoin is a bank in cyberspace. Monetary energy, core of the earth. Doubles every year. Listen to my words. Selling doesn't hurt. Selling is absurd. It's like cutting off your wings, but you want to be a bird.
Guys, welcome back. I want to talk about a few bits and bobs today. Nothing too special. I might do a bit of chart at the end. I'm not quite sure, but there's no point actually. Listen, there's a lot of stuff going on, right? So today, like for example, a brother brought to our attention on one of the groups how somebody was tweeting something, and somebody, this particular person, kind of exposed how the fake FUD news or manipulation is going on. And I've been talking about it for many times. Remember what I say to you guys, right? And I've said this for many months now, right? I said the market top, I'll tell you when it happens. You know, ignore the noise, right? I've kept on saying ignore the noise, and I've also mentioned many times, right? And this is what this brother exposed as well, right? I've mentioned many times how the media, mainstream media, they have no idea what they're talking about. They only say what they're being paid to say, right? So this is a fact a lot of people don't understand. Mainstream media is in the business of selling news, right? Selling news. Now, when we say selling news, they're not selling you news because you're viewing it for free, right? But they're selling stories, right? So if somebody's coming around and paying for a particular thing, that's how it works. And I think this brother who sent the picture, I would really appreciate it. Send the picture to the group, right? Send the list to the group at least, right? Send the list, because I want people to understand and hopefully open their minds up, right? This list will kind of open their minds up that, you know, how these media companies, how all of these institutions, right, even crypto ones, right, they're all fake media, right? So never ever take everything for granted. Always take it with a pinch of salt, right? Because the fact is something else, right? So, you know, a lot of people, they jump onto conclusion. I'm like, no, it doesn't make any sense, right? So I'm always looking for that, right? And especially like the breaking news and this and that, because medias are there to sell, right? That's their business. They get paid, right? So if someone's, you know, if they're selling space, basically, they're selling time, right? That's what they do. They sell, right? So, you know, like your mainstream media, Sky News, BBC, you know, ITN, Channel 4 News, you know, your Independent, your Evening Standard. I mean, that list goes on and on. Coin Telegraph, right? Coin this, coin that, what, everything, even Coin Market Cap and Coin Gecko. Right? So it's not just news articles, even YouTubers, Twitters, TikTokers, right? If there's somebody with enough following and enough viewers, that's what makes you popular, right? So you're an influencer. Even news channels are influencers, by the way. A lot of people don't really understand. They think, oh, that's a media outlet. Yeah, but they're influencing people, right? You talk about newspapers. Well, if someone has a favorite newspaper, well, that newspaper's influencing that person. So everyone's an influencer. So I don't know if I have mentioned this, right? Recently, I had someone contact me from some ad company, right? And they said, look, we can see you've got XYZ, some popular videos. Can you do this and this? And they were looking at, you know, that video I had like 5,000 or 6,000 views. They were looking at that video, and they said, that's a very popular video. Would you mind re-uploading the video and put an ad on there? That's what they wanted me to do, right? So obviously they wanted to pay me in cash. And I said, well, look, I don't have a problem. I'll put it on, right? You know, the videos are old anyway. And most of my videos, anybody who's watching knows that my videos are relevant on the day, on the week, right? Not relevant after that, right? They're time sensitive, right? I don't do evergreen videos, right? So I said, yeah, pay me in BTC and I'll deal with it. Then they backed off, right? Because they don't want to deal with BTC, right? For whatever reason. Most companies, again, you got to understand, people don't want to deal with crypto, or they don't want to pay you in crypto because they understand the value of crypto. And if not, then it's got to do with their compliance and whatnot, right? You know, HR teams and whatnot, right? So there are other fundamentals that, you know, sometimes you just get that shortcut. And also this kind of relates to the fact that, you know, all of you guys, you want that 5-minute bulletin. You want that, you know, can you make your videos shorter? Well, this is the problem you're going to have. If I start giving you headlines, right? Oh, today, and this is one of them, by the way, Coinbase just took on board a director of Goldman Sachs. They're working for Coinbase now. So what does that explain to you? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing, right? That's the problem, right? You know, we talk about today like this guy, oh, he's a whistleblower and he did this. If he doesn't come and explain the situation, or somebody doesn't come and explain, again, what do you understand? Nothing. You know, I love Edward Snowden. I love Julian Assange. Love these guys, right? You know, for what they've done. But they're not headliners. You see, and what you're seeing, the headliner you're seeing, is on the news. So you have no idea what the concept is, what they're trying to do, and all of that, right? What was their whole motive? What was their agenda? I mean, somebody's got to speak to them, for God's sake. Speak to them and understand. Not go around and basically get that one-liner and say, oh, that's it, you know, albeit. So Bitcoin does the same thing, right? You know, China bans mining. That was it. That was the news. China bans mining. And everybody starts, you know, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And I've told everybody, I said, look, as long as one computer is mining Bitcoin, it doesn't really make a difference, right? This is the beauty about Bitcoin, all right? Or any cryptocurrency, most of them, right? You know, most of the cryptocurrencies. So blockchains are designed, you know, in a way that, yes, the more you distribute it, the more secure it is, right? So the more nodes we have, the more secure it is, right? But as long as one company is mining Bitcoin, it's fine. So this, you know, says the same thing, but the big news, China bans mining. Well, no, China bans illegal coal mining. China didn't ban the legal coal mining, banned illegal coal mining, and that illegal coal being used for Bitcoin. So when you start looking deeper, understanding deeper, it's a whole different story. But then by that time you get to that stage, the story's dead. It's not alive anymore. So same thing happens. The article is only a single day. There's even been occasions, and I'll tell you this is crazy, right? You're going to hear this, you're going to freak out, and I'm sure in the future you'll see it. You're going to witness it yourself, right? I've seen some crazy stuff. Check this out, you're going to laugh your head off. I've seen a news article written and then complete, like on the day, so it's out there, gets hundreds of views, thousands of views, millions of views, boom, following day disappears. Completely disappears. And then we've got something called, like this is online, right? So then we've got something called the Wayback Machine, where you can actually go back and see what the thing, you know, what the previous website looked like. Well, guess what? Even on that, it disappears. So then you see, hold on, who's running the Wayback? Who's controlling the Wayback? Because, you know, when you start, somebody has enough power to take it off the Wayback Machine as well. This is why decentralization cannot be mutable. This is why I'm a big fan of decentralization, because once it's there, it's there. You can't mute it. You can't take it away. It's there on the blockchain. Everyone can see it, right? It's there for entire history. So those are the kind of things. This is why I'm a big fan of decentralization, right? You know, centralization, there's so much control. It's all about control. Everything is about control, you know? And remember, I've posted a video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I said the same thing. You know, I don't like centralization, you know, because it's too much manipulation. It's a handful of people, handful of corporations, and worst of all, check this out, right? Let me say this to you, right? Worst of all, what you'll find is half of these news corporations and this and that, the reason they even survive, like you try and open a media company now, I want you to open a news company right now and try and go and sell your news. Guess what? You're going to be unsuccessful. Do you know how these companies become successful? There's a funny fact about it. They're usually subsidiaries. They're usually sister companies of a larger corporation, right? A lot of people don't know this. Like, most of the media is owned by 2-3 giants, right? And if they don't own you, they're going to come and buy you out. Full stop. That's how it works, right? In the case of, like, there was a people working on Uber back in the days, right? Uber did this. So every time a company popped out and it was a competitor to Uber, well, even before it launched, Uber bought out, right? That's what you do. You buy it out, right? So a lot of these news companies, if there's enough noise out there, they'll come and try and buy you out. Now, it depends how greedy the owners are or how honest they are, right? But everybody's in it for the money, you know? So that's what it is. And someone pointed out how Cointelegraph only accepts BTC. Of course, Of course, why not? You want the best asset in the world. Why do you want a dead currency, right? You want the best asset in the world. So that's what it is, right? You know, also like today's news, I woke up and I saw the news was Apple is actively looking for a developer, somebody in the background of crypto to hire. So that's an indication. Again, remember this coming out on the news. What does it say? It's news to FOMO you that, okay, Apple's going to get interested. Now, Apple might not be selling enough products and whatnot. So there could be multiple agenda there, right? One, they could be genuinely trying to get into the blockchain space, because Samsung's already done it, by the way. I mean, Samsung's gone beyond that. You know, number one, Samsung invests heavily into the coin engine, right? Then Samsung even partners up with them and then basically launches its own wallet service, right? Now Samsung wants to do a Bitcoin dedicated node on your phone, right? So that much, I don't know how much of that is true. That's what I've heard. That's the rumor. But the point is that's what Samsung's doing. Apple's being left behind because Apple knows that blockchain is here to stay. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. In fact, the king is here to stay, right? The king can't be taken down. They know that. They all know that, right? I was on Twitter yesterday, and I just did one tweet yesterday, actually. And the tweet was very simple. Ray Dalio is a hypocrite. That's what I said, right? Why I said that, right? And I explained it to the bottom. I said, not long ago, this is the same guy who said all cryptocurrencies are scams. All cryptocurrency is game, right? Game money. It's just an online game. That's what it was, nothing more than that. Same guy did a complete 360, and now he is heavily invested in crypto, right? Bitcoin, he's invested. Ethereum, he's invested. To the point he has a company, a DeFi company. He wants your money. He wants your money, right? This is what I mean. They all know, right? They can't take you down, right? So, you know, Gandhi's little famous quote, right? First they laugh at you. And that's what they did. They laughed at us. They said, these guys are insane, playing with computer money, monopoly money, magic money, you know, all these crap. Then they basically, you know, fight you. And they fought us. They said all of this. They said this, that, whatever. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. All of this craziness. Right? They did all of that. But at the end, guess what? You know, when they can't beat you, they join you. But the thing a lot of people don't realize, and this is funny, even in 2021, even today, if you bought Bitcoin, if you bought Ethereum, and there's a few others, if you bought them, guess what? You have front run all of those people. You have front run all the hypocrites. You have front run all the fake news providers. The very same people who've been giving you fake news, taking your crypto, stashing it up, and then later on sending the news out. Because remember, they already bought it. They already invested. Even the point when they said, oh, we don't believe in this. This is fake money, this, that, fake currency, whatnot, right? Guess what? They were already in there. I'm telling you, it's going to come out. It's going to come out. They were already in there. Now that they're publicly saying it, trust me, they're already 5x, 10x up. They're 10x up when they said it to you. I'm talking today. After the crash, they're already 10x up, right? If not 100x. This is what you got to understand, right? You can't take what they say, right, to be the absolute. Always think the opposite. If they say it's bad, then believe me, it's good. If they say it's good, believe me, they're already in there. All right? If they say we're doing this, they've already done it. Do you know what I mean? You got to really understand. They, them, those, that's what I always say. That's what I call them. Huge control. And I call it brainwashing, right? Because it is brainwashing. Because people tend to look at certain things in a different way. Like, for example, I mentioned this in another video very recent. I don't know if it was on this channel or another channel. Because I had an interview with someone. It was on another channel. This one's only my solos. And I mentioned something with the brother. And I said, no, it wasn't. No, it was me. I said it on one of my videos. I said, one of the biggest things you got to understand, right, is how you've got crypto, you know, which is king, which is technically deflationary, and Ethereum is becoming deflationary too, and everyone knows that, to the point where, like, UK Parliament, they talked about Ethereum the other day. Every media source you go to, they're paying news corporations to pump Ethereum. They want to flippen Ethereum. Like, flippening means basically they want to overtake Bitcoin's coin market cap. But do you know how they can do it? I'll tell you how they can do it. Right? I'll explain. Listen to me carefully what I'm about to say. They've already bought it. They've already bought it. Whatever price, they bought it. You know, regardless, like even at $4,000, they bought it. They tried it. They realized that they can't take it above $450 billion. They can't. They can only go as close as 50% of Bitcoin's market cap. That's all they can do. So well, guess what they need? They need help. Help from who? From you, the retail, right? And what does that help mean? And how they're going to get it? Well, they can't ask you for it. They can't ask you for it. So guess what they do? They go and spend a few thousand, 100,000, 20,000, whatever, right? On media news articles. And then you start FOMOing in. You push the price up, right? And I'll tell you what the effect of that is, right? First effect, stage one, they buy. And Coinbase is a perfect example of that. Coinbase is a perfect example of that. First, they buy it. 1 second, let me try and overtake this guy. So first they buy it, then they promote it. Stage two, they promote it, right? Stage one, they bought it before anything. Stage two, they promote it. Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we believe in this, we believe in that. Well, guess what stage three is? Once they've hit their targets, they sell it to you. They sell it to you, right? And they achieve all of that through media, even tweets. I'll give you a good example of this. Like, this is hilarious, right? This is hilarious. You know, there are people out there on Twitter that you think it's an individual. It's not. There's somebody else managing that account. Yes, I'm not joking, right? You see, like there are, like, I've seen YouTube channels, right? Famous people come out on YouTube channel, and you look at the production. They've got a team working for that. These are brand new channel with a whole team behind them, right? Making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, you might say, no, how are they making that? There's no ads, there's nothing. How are they making all of that? Well, I'll tell you how they're making it. They don't have to put ads on. They don't have to sell you anything. They don't have to even put a link down on their description. Guess all they have to do? They just have to mention you a specific coin. And guess who they're being paid by? The very same coin. Now, I see this quite often. I see it on different strategies on different channels, obviously. And this is one of the reasons why I'm very, very careful. People in the group, when you mention specific coins, I will mention them. But I'm not going to willingly come and mention anything. So I take stuff from multiple groups, I'll put it in the video, and I'll talk about it. There has been one or two coins that I personally have put on. For example, the other day, I put HNT, right, Helium, on your radar. I put Rune on your radar. But why? Because I'm going in it, right? That's why. So, I will not invest in something based on some hype or based on some pumps and this and that, right? And I see that quite often. I see brand new fresh coins, right? Probably had like one transaction of 10,000, right? Manipulation. That being promoted on some YouTube. There are guys giving away crypto. So they say, oh, when we hit 100,000 subscribers, we're going to give you £10,000 worth of, or $10,000 worth of crypto. So everyone starts subscribing, like, share, comment, pump. I mean, I could do that, but is it right? It's not. Do you know why? Because that crypto they talk about, right? They didn't even buy it. They got it for free, for God's sake. This is the strategy. You get the free coins, you can give the free coins. So they genuinely give it. You get the free coins, you can give it away, and you get more subscribers, and we get our ad. Seriously, guys, you're gonna really fall for that? Come on. So this is a common theme that goes on. And the funny thing is a lot of these channels, they will die out at some point. I mean, you got to understand, YouTube doesn't pay you anything. You get like, you know, if you got ads and this and that, right, you get a couple of cents, right, per click or whatever, per 1 minute. Yeah, I think it's per minute that someone watches, right? YouTubers don't make much, but then you see a team of 5-6 people, and you wonder how. Brother mentioned a particular channel that this whistleblower went on. Fine, but what brother doesn't know? Do you know when this channel launched? In January. Somebody please explain to me how this channel launches in January. How? Because I've searched the keyword, I've searched everything, and trust me, the keywords are shit. How on earth did they take it to close to 300,000 subscribers? How are they getting all of those views? What are they doing that is different? Start thinking. And it's the freebies. That's what it is, right? Because a lot of the news these guys say, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the charts, a lot of the analytics and, you know, specialists, right? They're all part of the same thing. In fact, it gets so funny that the people are recording it from the same location, and yet they use like a streaming service, right? And they say, oh, we got this person on the call, that person on the call. But they're actually in the same location. Same location in different rooms. Couldn't anybody see that? I mean, that's a scam, right? But look, good on them. So far, I haven't found bad information from them. There are some bad information, but the point I'm trying to make here is, guys, manipulation is everywhere. And I can tell you one thing, right? So, of course, you might turn around and say, well, hold on, you probably bought HNT. I still haven't bought it. I still haven't bought it. You see, I'm not one of those who just kind of tries to, you know, I'm not trying to front run my viewers, number one. Number two, if I've already got coins, then I'm already holding on to it. I'm not that bothered, right? And I have a strategy where it's all about basically going in, you know, if I'm going fishing, I'm going to go fishing. I'm not going to hold that fish for the rest of the life in my bloody boat because it's going to rot, right? I'm not going to do that, right? So I'll fish, I'll take my profit, I'll get out, I'll have what I want, I'll eat my meal, boom, I'm out. So there are plenty of stuff you have to understand, right? So with me, sorry, somebody just messaged something. So yeah, with me, what I tend to do is I don't trade on, how would I say this? Just on price action. So for example, I'm sure you guys heard this video before. First time I discovered Ethereum, and first time I even kind of took notice of it, Ethereum was a couple of dollars, but I didn't buy it. I didn't buy Ethereum until it was 90. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? I didn't buy Ethereum until it was 90, and even then I bought it after the 2017 crash. So for me, I don't buy it when it's moving up. I don't care what price it is. I buy it when I see momentum, right? A price I'm comfortable to risk my money on. I mean, it's so good to find that cheap coin that is pennies, you know, or someone's FOMOing or someone's trying to pump it. It's so good, you can make a ton of money, and you know, a lot of people do. People become millionaires from it. But I don't have greed. So when I don't have greed, I don't really care. I'm like, well, it's not in my budget. It's not in my list. It's not part of one I want to hold. I don't have any sympathetic value to it or anything like that attached to it. So I don't jump in. HNT I do, Rune I do, Rune I have. By the way, Rune I have, because I bought Rune way back in the days. Rune, I bought it when it was like $1 or something, or a couple of dollars. I can't remember, but it was like around that figure anyway. I think it was $1 or a couple of dollars when I bought Rune. And I just sat on it. It's actually locked, I'll be honest with you. And remember, when I say locked, sometimes I lock it onto farming protocols, sometimes I'll lock it on staking contracts, and sometimes I actually even lock them in my own private wallet. So Rune is one that I believe in. I've just moved it out, left it there, right? That's Rune. HNT I haven't bought yet, right? Because I want to buy it when I see the trend reversal, all right? Obviously, if some people have been buying right now, then you're doing all right, especially if you bought in the last few days. Any coins, if you bought it in the last few days, you're doing very good, right? If you are disciplined enough, you should be taking your profits out. That's what you should be doing. You should be taking, well, not your profits, so your initial investment out as soon as possible, right? of course, 1,000 could turn around into 10,000, and you might say, damn, I listened to that guy and now I could have made 10K. It's a regret everyone has, but you know what? I don't have that. There's no regret. There's nothing. It's just calm. I'm in it. I want to make money. I don't care. I want to make 10%. If I can make 10% every week, I'm all right. I'm all right. You know what I mean? And for me to make 10% every week, as long as the momentum is moving up and every week the price is going up, I can make 10% every day, right? So each to their own, obviously. I'm not a financial advisor. You do your own thing, right? But all I do advise is your initial investment is your key to success, right? If you can hold on to that, you're the king, right? Because you can literally buy every single dip, every single candle that goes up and down. You can buy that. So yeah, I mean, other than that, guys, look, there's so much going on in the news, so much going everywhere. You know, it's mental, right? Even remember what I said to you: good news, bad news, every news. That's not the news. The real news is in the chart. I've mentioned this before. Give me a chart, I'll tell you the news, right? And you know, exactly as I've said to you guys before, I said, look, when the market top comes, I'll tell you, right? When the market top arrives, I'll tell you, because we can see that in the chart. And what I mean by that, right? For example, you know, the log chart, right? If you just follow the log chart, when we hit the like closer to the top, that's when you want to start scaling out, because there's multiple strategies. For example, if you're a buyer and a holder, you start scaling out, and then you're getting back into cash, right? That's what you do. So you made enough money, you get back into cash. You don't have to necessarily take all of it out, because you can go even further and whatnot. Yes, of course, you won't max it out, but you're still safe. And then as a trader, we do something else as well, right? So as a trader, when the market's going up, we scale out. And the reason we scale out is because we want our initial back and some profits back as soon as possible, so we can continue trading. So on trading, you can actually continuously scale out as you're moving up. And also, if the market ever takes a dive again, comes down, you can still scale out. So we can scale out on the way up and scale out on the way down as well. It depends on how much money you're playing with, obviously. If you're playing with a couple of $100 or something like this, that's a different story. But you know, if you're playing with a large quantity, you can scale in, scale out, do whatnot, and make a significant amount of BTC or Ethereum or whatever you want to trade with. Ethereum, I don't trade. Remember, I told you guys so many times, Ethereum is a very dangerous coin, too volatile. If I see a stable situation on Ethereum, I probably will, right? But right now, I'll probably do a few breakout trades here and there. It's risky. I'll do it, but I won't go all crazy on Ethereum. Bitcoin, that's a different story. You know, and also you got to notice another thing as well is sometimes I don't even trade Bitcoin. Sometimes I'll just trade the USD, right? I'll just trade the USD, and I'll try and increase my USD, because there's few goals, right? You can risk your BTC and try to make more BTC by trading it, but if you lose all your BTC. Or you can trade your dead currency, which is fiat currency, risk that because it's dead anyway, and if you gain more, then you can actually sit there with a nice little cash stash and buy some more, you know. So yeah, nothing else. Market update, I'll try and drop something in there. Actually, there isn't anything. Do you know what? Honestly, I'll be honest with you. Market today, like cryptocurrency market today, sitting at 1.7. Again, we're not still at that zone. We need a 1.85 trillion plus. We want to get to the 1.89 trillion. Ultimately, the 2 trillion is the thing. Also, oh yeah, I just remembered something. Remember yesterday's video? And remember the patterns I drew, and I said 3 different patterns, right? Best case scenario, middle case scenario, worst case scenario. Well, guess what? It played out exactly to the scenario, and coincidentally, the drawing wasn't on point, right? I just roughly drew something, and it's following that, right? So yeah, we are actually having the best case scenario right now. So to me, it looks like we could be testing the 43 any day now. Right, any day now. Remember, BTC doing a 5k up, 5k down is nothing. It's nothing. You've got to understand this. BTC moving 5k up, nothing. So I've got this weird feeling we might be testing at least the 41, 42, and possibly even pushing for the 43. Right. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. Another thing I noticed as well, actually, on the charts, right? Coin market cap. So if you go coin market cap and if you look at the volume on Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're almost similar. So the Ethereum is seeing a lot of action. I've actually seen, like, say, recently I saw, like, it was like approximately 50 billion on Bitcoin and 48 billion on Ethereum. Like, okay, so I see what's going on. So clearly these fake news FUD, or even FOMO news, what they've done is they've been pumping up a lot of people, and the whole agenda right now is Ethereum. So somebody's trying to make a lot of money on Ethereum. They got enough money to burn, because it's basic maths. I was talking to, actually, let me put this one in there as well. I was talking to someone the other day as well. I said, you know how easy it is to short the market? I was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, all you got to do is go on chain and say you want to sell Bitcoin at half the price. So what do you mean? I said, yeah. If you got 100 Bitcoin to burn, you know, and you got 1,000 Bitcoin sitting on the line, and you want the market to go in a particular direction, go and sell your 100 Bitcoin at a ridiculous price. Bring the whole market down. It's very simple. One individual could do that. One individual could do that. So, you know, unfortunately on the upside, it's not as easy, but it can be done. You can move the price, you know. You can actually move the price. It's a funny one. If someone's got enough quantities, obviously, and enough cash flow sitting on the side, and they do it as a team, so to move it up, you'll need minimum 2 people. To move it down, you just need one person doing it. One person willing to sacrifice his Bitcoin, boom, bring the market down. But remember, the institutions, the manipulators, they don't necessarily sell for a loss or buy for, you know, buy cheap or anything. They'll buy at any price, and they'll use you, the retail, to pump the market or dump the market, you know, to move the market the way they want, because they want you to lose your money. Why would they want to lose their money? You know, any smart investor, he's not going to purposely lose his money, right? What he's going to do, he's going to make you lose your money, and he's going to just trade it down. So that's what it is, bro. Guys, anyway, I'm going to cut the video short. I'm not going to do a chart, as I said. So I'll see you on another one. I'm just going to basically go chill out, do my thing, and let's see where we go from here, right? So yeah, have a nice day. The weather's getting better, so, you know, go away, go with the families and this and that. When the sun comes out, go and enjoy life a little bit. You know, it's not all about crypto. Even now, my advice is ignore crypto right now. Ignore everything. If you're not already in it, don't FOMO in, right? Don't FOMO in. You're gonna lose money. And if you are in it, like brother actually mentioned, he said he's bought some Matic, he's made money. Bro, good on you for making some good, decent profits. But you need to be careful, and you need to take your initial investment out, because nothing goes up all the way, right? We go up, we come down. We go up, we come down. We come down, right? So you understand the pattern, right? He mentioned something about Matic. Matic currently looks like it's doing a V-shape. Last 3 days, V-shaped recovery. There's a funny hidden fact about a V-shaped recovery. A V-shaped recovery could easily turn into an M shape. Yeah, so when you have a significant high, pump, some way or somewhere, if he decides to dump it on you, you're screwed. So it's better to be less greedy and take as much of your initial investment out, and then leave the profits there and play around with it. That gives you an opportunity to buy the dip and increase your portfolio and see where you go from there. Other than that, guys, I'm out. I'll see you on another video. Like, share, subscribe, and keep safe. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, I had to add this one on. I know I said I'm not going to show you a chart, but I want to show you yesterday's chart. This is really, really funny. Look, remember the best case scenario, the worst case scenario? Well, pretty much it's doing something. And what you notice is there's a mini W forming here, and it's actually part of a bigger W, right? So this is what I was looking at, and so far it seems to be okay, and the trend seems to be kind of moving up. So what I'm going to do, and this is yesterday's drawing, I didn't change anything, right? I'm going to change this for a second, and I want to show you something else which is quite funny. All right, we take this away as well. All right, what I'm looking at, so this is on the hourly. This is what I'm seeing on the hourly, right? Look at this particular trend line. If you look carefully, right, so look at this, it's actually kind of respecting this particular trend line here, right?
So now when I look at this, I'm trying to look for a pattern, and the pattern I see is pretty crazy, right? This is crazy. Check this out, right? So this is the pattern I'm seeing right now. Actually, it's already there. So look at this white line. Look at this white line and look at this, right? Look at how this, what kind of a pattern it shows. It's an ascending triangle, usually most likelihood of breaking upwards, right? Also, the RSI is also confirming that. Now, on the hourly, you can't see it, but if you look on the daily, what I see, check this out, the daily RSI has popped into the zone and is actually saying, well, this is now it's going to move up. So we can see a nice little increase gradually over the next few days, where the RSI will basically move up. And here you can see the pattern again, right, on the daily, what's going on. So on a short term, it looks very good, actually. I mean, I'm looking at the pattern and I'm seeing how it's actually respecting this particular trend line, right, and it's trying to move up. And this is a bullish trend line, basically showing you that we've got a lot of bullish confluence. Even this is confirming this as well. As you can see from here, it's been going up and up and up, and that's all bullish stuff, right? So just wanted to quickly drop this one there because it was quite interesting to see. Also, if you look at the market cap, what I mentioned, right, this is yesterday, by the way. Look at this, 1049. Check this out, 1069. Another 20 scams have come up, right? Another 20 scams have come up. Market cap, if you look carefully, we're close to that 1.7 trillion. Right, you know, this is all fake news, right? A lot of the manipulation, big boys are playing this, right? So ignore this kind of stuff. I mean, takes the information, but keep an eye out. This is what I was talking about, the volume. Look at this, 51 billion, and here 42 billion volume. So it's doing its own thing. Also on the 7 days, if you look carefully, it's now trying to overtake it. There's a lot of pump going on. This is what I'm saying. There's a lot of pump going on. Tether, the reason you're seeing a lot of things, a lot of Tether is also being minted. There's a lot of orders for Tether, so people are actually printing Tether and going on. Now, this is quite fascinating. Cardano and Binance, right? Yesterday, Cardano was on top. Today, Binance is on top. And the way they're doing this is through this, right? So they're actually fighting severely who wants to get where. Also, I want to put another thing on your radar. What I'm seeing, right? So I'm seeing Polygon, right? And let's go and find Polygon if I've got it here. Let me have a look and see if I have it. Okay, I don't have Polygon. What I'm going to do, I'm going to search for it. Matic. Sorry, it's Matic. So I'm going to search for it here, and let's go to TradingView. Right, I want to show you something on trading Matic as well, right? So remember what Matic is showing. It's showing a V shape, right? And a V shape could easily turn into an M. So until we go above this specific level here, this high here, the 2.7, Matic isn't actually showing us anything positive. So I would stay slightly bearish on this. I won't really jump in yet. What I want to see is basically if Matic goes here and trades above this, then I'll jump in. If not, then I'm going to wait for it to come back down again, because I've got a good feeling it's going to come back to this particular zone, and that would be a good buy zone in order to do a bounce, and that will actually confirm the W, right? So what we're looking for is this particular pattern. If we can get that, then we're solid to go. If we're not getting this, and we might even go, for example, we might temporarily go up to here, right, and then have this bounce, right? So I'm waiting for this bounce, and then this bounce, if we come back on the upside, this is when I'm going to enter, because this could easily turn and go this way, which is a bad thing. So we might have a massive dump here. So be careful what you do on Matic. As I said, I'm looking for a particular pattern. If I find that pattern, then that's what I want. I want a nice little W, right? This looks too much like an M to me. So I need to get confirmation whether it's going to be a W or it's going to continue as an M. If it's an M, then you're looking back at this levels here. And if it comes back to this level, that's when I'm buying it, not before that. Someone mentioned Luna, and look, I'll pop Luna on again, right? So just to show you what we're expecting for Luna. So we talked about Luna the other day. As you can see, the line is still there, the drawing that I did, right? And we were looking at this W pattern, right? So this was obviously rough drawing I did, but if you look carefully, we are still on the W trend, right? So this is still a W trend, right? If you look carefully, this is still a W trend. So there's a pattern within a pattern, and the way you see it, if you zoom into it, right, you can see there's another W here. So that was a W, which is good. Then we got a mini W forming here, which is still good, right? As long as it's like above this line, it's good. So we're still great. We can potentially now push upwards. So this one, lastminute.com, I just put it here for you. You can see that this is now another W forming in there. So far everything's looking good. But again, guys, remember, during the dump was your best opportunity to pick up as many discounts as you could. So I'm not gonna make it any longer. I hope you watched it right to the end. If you did, you got this bonus content, because I did change my mind just now while I was actually doing the edit, and I'm not even joking, right? Look, I was literally getting ready to edit the video, and I thought, I gotta add one on, right? So this is why I've actually come on, and I said, right, I have to add it on and deal with this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you on another one, guys.